Where's it at? Come on, y'all. All right. I need to be able. I'm not. I could have skipped this one. No, that's not gonna help me. I need the chat up so I can do the pin message. Okay, we got 2 people in. Hold up. I don't got a pin message yet. The description, the title line to everyone right now. So I think it's kind of funny. Well, where they at? Where are you at? You said I wasn't gonna be able to wear my bonnet. Here I am in my bonnet. Telling me I can't wear my bonnet because I ain't got no hair. I wear my bonnet with or without hair. I think I think that was the highlight of my day. I really do. I ain't gonna lie. That was probably the funniest thing I had someone say to me all day. Like, you don't get to wear your bonnet no more. And then I got people up in here like, why the fuck you got a bonnet on? You bald. Anyway, let me get that pin message going. No, don't remove the message. I want you to pin. Yeah. Y'all thought I was joking. I said, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna put my bonnet on. Y'all are just jealous because y'all got hair and wear a bonnet. I'm bald and wear my bonnet. Y'all could never. Y'all could never in y'all life do that. Y'all too scared to be bald and wear a bonnet. I'm not. I don't know where that's coming from. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny as hell. I bet all y'all just laughing at me like I'm some sort of fool. Your hair would sweat. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I realized how sensitive I was when I walked back down into my room. The radiation from my fucking light bulb was making my scalp burn. So I think I might actually have to wear my bonnet when I go to sleep or when I'm like doing day to day stuff sometimes. Because I felt that fucking radiation hit my head, and I was like, I don't like that. Like that's a lot of heat hitting my head. I didn't realize that I could feel all that until now, and it's just like I'm not comfortable with it. That's a little bit too much heat for me. I'm trying to get this fire thing to go because if I can get this to go, I'm gonna have something cool going. But I just need it to cooperate with me. There you go. I'll do that. But we are doing paid readings. Put your questions in. If you have any questions of how it works, because the pin messages don't describe everything, we will explain some more. It is no worries. Can I like do this? I can. All right. Let me. I don't even know what that message said, but I can't read that message. That was a little bit too much lingo for me to catch up on. Anywho, while I get this burning and going, you know what I could do actually? Because I wonder how much this would actually improve something if I did this. Would this increase anything if I did this? Who is screaming? Hello? What's up? Where are you at? I can't see. I'm blind. I'm sorry. I had a bird screaming at me. I can't see it. Anywho, there we go. And we got the sirens going. All right. I don't know what. Did y'all really not think I was gonna wear my bonnet for real? You're in the wrong live video. Oh goodness. You better pay attention to the damn road, Bunny. If you go into the store, you better pay attention to the damn road for real. But hopefully that. What is this? Oh, something I don't need to be worried about. Dude, I don't even know how to wear this thing without any hair. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't come prepared like all the way, but I came prepared enough to wear it. People don't know how to drive. People just don't know how to drive. That's why I'm kind of grateful for not needing to drive or not being able to drive. I'm kind of grateful for that because fuck being on the road. I'm okay. I'd I'd rather walk. I would rather walk. I really would. There we go. Now it's starting to do its thing. Rosemary oil. That's about it. That is really about it. If I had now, I do have castor oil laying around somewhere. African black castor oil. I mean, black African castor. Black African. What the fuck? African black castor oil. My tongue is getting tongue tied and my brain's fucking up. But if I had that around, I would use that. But I don't. So I'm just using rosemary. Rosemary mint is good, but I just prefer rosemary. Other than that, I don't put anything else on it. We start on Monday. Let's start on Monday. Jojoba oil is nice, but I don't. I'm personally not a big fan of it. I am personally not a big fan. I'm also sorry. I'm watching the fire. I'm a big fire watcher for some reason. I just I know why. I just don't want to go into detail about it. But I enjoy watching fire and water How the elements do their thing. And it's gonna smell like fucking Palo Santo and fucking Blue Lotus. That's about to be crazy. See, coconut oil, nice. Are we back? Okay. Sorry, one of my alarms went off, telling me to go live. I'm already live. What the fuck you mean go live? I already am. Silly phone. I didn't even remember I put that alarm on my phone. But yeah, we're doing a paid tarot reading question. Up to 4 card pool. It's not going to be like a half-hour reading. Um, you can donate through the links in the description, and if you donate or through YouTube, depend, whatever. If you don't have if you have PayPal, that's all you have. You can do it through YouTube, of course. But if someone needs a reading and they don't have the money, and you've already donated, or you want to donate for someone to get their question, you can do that. There's not like a rule against that. But yeah, other than that, we're just going to be sitting around doing absolutely dog shit nothing until that happens. I'm gonna put this down. No, I don't want the fire to die out though. Fuck. My bad. I want the fire to out naturally. It's gonna do its own thing. Oh, remember to ask your questions if you do donate. Ask your questions in the YouTube chat. Don't put it on your donation. I won't be able to read it. I keep my phones very separate, so I won't be able to read any sort of like donation message that you put. Oh Lord. What? See, everyone just not be getting my notifications. I checked even. I went to my analytics and I checked. There's like 14% of people that have the notifications on, but 14% of the people don't get fucking notified. So the notification system just doesn't fucking matter at all. They really don't want me out here teaching. They don't want me out here preaching either. But I mean, I already do that. Ain't no one gonna stop that. Ain't no one gonna stop that part. Oh, what the fuck? Don't touch that with your hand. Be smart, Zahara. What the fuck? But yeah, by serious questions, I mean like I'm not answering questions about will he return or some dog shit like that. Come on now. There's better. There are more important things to be worried about than is my ex gonna return? Do you want them to? If not, then no. If you do, then probably still no, because they're your ex for a reason, or they should be your ex for a reason. I know. Listen, that's the thing. They don't want the truth being put out. That's what like I'm literally hidden in plain sight. I tell myself that. I've been told that. It don't matter how many times I've been told that. I just knew from the get go that I was gonna be hidden in plain sight. They don't want this. They don't want. They don't want actual healing. I got the keys. I got the whole damn ring of keys for how to heal. But they don't want no one knowing that shit. They're like, no, don't worry about that. You don't know. No, no, no. When you Yeah, don't put the question in the donation payment. Put the question you have in chat. I will get the notification on my phone, but I'm blind as a motherfucking bat and cannot read it. So put your question in here and put your donation where it needs to go. But if you donate on YouTube, you can obviously put the question in that because I read that on my phone. But I'm only on YouTube on this phone. That's all I do is stay on the chat so I can read y'all stuff in the sections. That's why I have this other phone here. Other than that, I can't. Now, when I get my room set up the way that it needs to be set up, then I can have everything at once done there. But until then, which will probably be like till tomorrow, because I still gotta do a few things. I'm renovating. See, I'm pimping the fuck out this bonnet. I ain't got waves. I got a bald ass head, but that don't mean that we can't be rocking no bonnet. There'd be a bunch of bald people that have wigs, and a wig is just a furry bonnet. So I don't want to hear nothing. And I want to know where that one person was from my last stream that said that I ain't gonna wear my bonnet, and that they said they were gonna be watching that stream or this stream. Where are you at? I want you to comment. I'm waiting for you to pop up. Cause I want to have that laugh. I want to have that fucking laugh. I want to laugh, and I was only gonna laugh when you pop up in here. I'm waiting on that person. You can't just tell me something and then not do it. I will be on your butt like none other. I don't care. It is a nice bonnet. I love this bonnet. I listen. Thank you, Stacy, but everyone been calling me bald, so I guess I'm bald. So thank you for noticing that I'm shaven, not bald. But everyone else want to call me bald, so I'm bald. I gotta live with that for the rest of my life. Well, for the rest of this month, I gotta live with that. I'm living longer than this month. That's what I don't mean. Anyway, it don't matter. I'm saying too many words now, but I'm bald. That's what you need to know, okay? Everyone else wants to call me bald. Don't you dare be the one that rocks the boat to make me shaven now. Everyone can call, now you shaven. That sounds weird as hell. I'd rather be called bald than shaven. I'm sorry. Like, ooh, you shaven, you shaven. What the hell? Just call me bald. I apparently more people than you would think. More people you would think, lady. A lot more people than you would think. I remember when I first shaved my head bald, the mass majority of my damn comments on any reading I did, oh my god, where'd your hair go? I don't fucking grew legs and walked away. I don't know. But more people care than you would think. And some people just, oh my god, you're bald. Like, where'd your hair go? It literally, it grew legs and walked away. It said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And just walked out the damn door. But I have fun with it. I don't give a fuck. This is my second time. No, I wanted to. Okay, so actually, the main reason I shaved my head bald, I had to take this off because my head is getting hot in that. Yeah, yeah, all my hair fell out in one knot. It grew wings. Half of it grew wings, the other half grew legs. No, but the reason I shaved my head is because there were a lot of people sending me mad. Well, there's two reasons. One, the main reason is I wanted an afro. I wanted to shave my head and get like a fresh, clean, like natural afro. I didn't want to like cut my hair. I don't like going to the barbers anyway. When I cut my hair, I burn it. I don't want no barber having my hair. I don't want nothing like that. That's how I was raised by my ancestors. That's how I was taught by my ancestors, I should better yet say. when I cut my hair, I don't care if it's my pubic hair, my head hair, hair on my body, it gets burnt. I don't give a fuck. It gets burnt. Not in a bad sense, but in a cleansing way. Because your hair acts as a web. It's your antenna. So any type of muck that your hair get, if you burn it, it's a cleansing method. So that's the main reason. That's a secondary reason why I cut my hair. I just wanted to cleanse my energy. No, see that's the thing. I look good no matter the fuck. It don't even matter if I look bad or good. I just know I can pull it off because I got confidence. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. It don't matter to me. It really don't. I ain't got that weird ego thing where it's like, oh, I'll look like this if I do this. I don't give a fuck. It's just a pink fucking bonnet. What would be a good color for the top of my head? It was between pink, blue, and black. I said, I don't want to get black because I have too many black things. I didn't want to get blue, so I'll get pink. I want to get something pink. That soft, easy color for my crown, I'll do that. I'm gonna go to sleep in this thing. Ain't no one. The only people that are gonna see me in this are the people on my lives and me when I go to bed. So I don't give a fuck. And also, what the hell wrong with the color pink? Nothing wrong with the color pink. A lot of people got that pink aura going, and I just wanted to have a pink bonnet. That's all I care about. It is aerodynamic. But regardless, I wanted to get my afro, and then I also just wanted to do a big cleansing. And I'm one of those people. I go big or go home. So I wasn't about to cut my hair. Even that, like that's a dumbass confirmation. Don't confirm me like that for real. Anyway, but it didn't matter. You all good, Stacy? No worries. You all good. You might get lucky and someone donate for you to ask a question if you really need so. You never know. But um, I just shaved all my hair off. I literally was laughing my ass off about it the whole time. I because I have an electric razor to shave my beard when it gets out of control, or like when I just want to shave it off. And I was thinking, what if I just went bald? Like, what if I really just cut off all my hair? How funny would that be? Because the way I see it, everyone expects me to have that long hair down to my shoulders with those locks and shit. Everyone expected to see the curly hair. What if I just show up bald? That is like the funniest fucking thing to me. Like, oh, they gonna show up looking like this. Wrong. I'm gonna show up looking like this. Oh, I know, Emily. I know. It'd be like that. But I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. I really thought it'd be funny. I sent a message to two of my friends and I was like, look, you all are gonna hate me because I have some awful news that's gonna affect your life for the next month. And they said, what? And then I sent a photo of my bald ass head. Smile, big ass, cheesy ass smile, by the way. I was smiling so damn big in that photo. I thought it was funny as fuck. I actually have the photo. I'm pretty sure I do. No, I don't. It's on my other phone that's recording right now. Motherfucker. Don't matter. But I had the biggest fucking smile on my face. I could not contain how funny I thought it was. And then they just see me bald and they just like, why, why would you do this? Because I think it's funny. Because I literally I don't care. It's not harming anyone. It's actually going to do my hair good because when you cut your hair, it allows your scalp to it gets your scalp good. Your hair grows back more natural. It cures a lot with like dead end and roots and shit. It's good to shave your head for real. So not only am I getting health benefits with my scalp and my hair, not only am I able to shape my hair how I want it more again, I also just get to pull a funny joke of being bald now. And I also just like seeing people because I can tell when you look at someone. Okay, because I was getting help with the garden today, to take care of the garden and to turn on the faucets for the plants and stuff. And I just love seeing people's expression. It's like, are you gonna bring up the fact that I'm bald, or are you gonna sit there and try and bypass it? And I love watching people look away, like they looking at you and they try not to stare because you bald and you just had all this hair before, and now you bald. So they try not to look at how bald you are, but they can't help but to notice how bald you are. So they have to like keep glancing away. I love watching people do that. It's like just fucking talk about it. You know that you want to talk about it. You know you want to say that I'm bald right now. I don't give a fuck, but you want to talk about it. I think it's funny as hell. Because then when you bring it up, it's like, oh yeah, now it's a funny joke. No, you were fucking concerned for a minute. You were shocked as fuck. You're like, oh my god. That shit funny as hell to me. It will never get old. Human reaction is the funniest fucking thing on this earth. And anything that I can do to pull a reaction out of people that without like scaring them or without causing harm. I don't want to harm someone for a joke. But if I can get a reaction out, I think it's funny as fuck. I'm glad you made it home safe. What in the fuck? Thank you for what in the hell's going on? Thank you for the donation. You got your question? Or was that just like a donation just to donate? I don't really know. I'm gonna be patient and wait though. All I'm gonna say, I love being bald. I really do. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank you, Julia. But I just like being bald. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. This might literally be a thing I do every like 2, 3 years. You just go bald. Because I used to be so afraid. I used to be so afraid when my hair was like curly and like afro-y. I used to be so scared. Why did this just open on my phone? Anyway, I used to be so scared of losing my hair, and now I'm purposely losing. Like I'm going bald on purpose. Fuck this. Like I was actually thinking about shaving it all the way down. I could have. I have the tools to shave this all the way down to my scalp. But I was like, maybe I should just keep a little bit, just a little bit to help it. Because I could go all the way bald, but like I don't want to have to deal with stubble. Because if I went all the way bald, then I would have to wear this bonnet all the damn time when I went to sleep. So I wouldn't get razor burn and all sorts of other shit. Um, but don't talk like that, Samantha. I'm not about to find out. I'm not finding out. I'm not gonna be your test dummy for that. I know you're not asking me to be one, but I'm making that boundary now. I am never. Now I have seen. That reminds me. There was this man at the homeless shelter that I stayed at. I helped him shave his head bald. He had ingrown hair on his head. That shit looked like it hurt so bad. And it would piss me off because he would be like, "You need to tell me where to shave." And I would point like on his head, and then he wouldn't move I would have to grab his wrist and shave his head using his wrist. Like literally, like my arm was like an extension arm for him to shave his to like avoid the ingrown hair area. It was awful. Anyway, that just brought back a weird memory. I really did that though. I really helped a man shave his head in a homeless shelter because he couldn't see the back of his head. He did though pay me back by shaving my beard all the way off when it was like long, long, like the Islam beard I had going on, the Muslim beard I had going on. He helped me shave that off all the way. We didn't have electric razors. We had the fucking shitty ass Dollar Tree razors. So I was like, if you can help me shave this, I'll be happy. So that was a weird thing. Listen, I listen. I know a lot of people wouldn't do that in life, but I'm here to have an experience, and apparently that was part of my experience list was to have my face shaven by someone else. I really felt like I was getting ready for a marriage. It was really weird. I was like, "Am I about to get married?" Because like I have another person like grooming me. I've never had that experience in my life. Give you a card? Sorry, 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 sorry. What's your question? What's your question, Samantha? You gotta let me know. Sometimes people just be donating. I don't know. See, I actually liked having someone help me shave for real. It was nice. Oh, you ain't got nothing? Okay. Damn it. You just want me to pull one? Okay. Just one card? Only one? I'm gonna be specific with this. You only want one card? I'm serious. Or you want one or four or three? You pick. 1 through 4 number. Just one? Okay. We'll get you just one. Don't you? There's your one. 10 of Swords. Inverted. It came out inverted. So right now, you are in a stage of not self-sabotaging. Your thoughts, you may have a bunch of thoughts around you that are kind of deterring you or trying no, not actually deterring you, but they're attempting to deter you away from something or make you feel as if you don't have what you need and or feel like you are going down the wrong path, but you know deep inside you're not. The Ten of Swords is coming out as clarification you're on the right path. Those thoughts that are coming around are from the past. With the Lovers on the bottom, even you are connected to yourself. You're not paying attention to the pessimism anymore. You're paying attention to the reason. Even though sometimes reasoning can be a bit deterring or a bit razor sharp, it's still not pushing you away from your goals. So I would say that you're doing everything right. Um, if you've been in your head or in your mind a lot or thinking a lot, this is healthy. This isn't bad. This is actually showing you and helping you problem solve. So keep going down this path. Keep it lighthearted, um, and be prepared to move on to the pinnacles. Um, you could be having like an idea that you're wanting to push out on the physical, or like a thought that you're wanting to express on the physical, or something of that nature. It's about to be time to. You've worked out all the kinks, so be prepared for forward movement on the physical, but just know that you're about to leave that physical, that mental realm. It just needs to get close. You're about to transition from the brain to the physical reality of things. So get ready for that. But in a good way. Like you're not going to have any sort of failure. It's going to be very uplifting for you. I'm really feeling that, especially with the Lovers on the bottom and that car horn. So you doing good. You doing good. You got a question, but you're too broke. Julia, do you want to use your donation to give Dave a question? I gotta ask you because it was your donation. But if someone donates, or even Samantha, all the jewels people give, if you want to use those as a way to get someone allow someone else to ask a question, let me know. If you want to ask a question but you can't, don't be afraid to say you ain't got the money. Oh, you had a question? Ask your question then. Did I miss it? I better not miss it. Oh, about the spiritual courts. Ask away. I see now. I see now. It's about the spiritual courts. When someone is sentenced and put in jail, what happens to them in the physical? Okay, never mind. I see now. It's my bad. I had to scroll up. I had to scroll a little bit higher than I thought I did. My bad. Um, but when someone, wait, was that a specific question on an individual or just in general? Am I reading that right? Yeah, when someone is sentenced and put in jail, what happens to them on the physical? In general? Okay. So when someone gets spiritually arrested, what happens to them on the physical, it depends on what they are being charged with spiritually. Like, let's say someone in the spiritual is getting charged with theft. On the physical, they could be getting bill up charges, like random fucking bills out of nowhere. Like like an insurance claim spikes up, like car payment spikes up, they water electricity bill spikes up. You're gonna see them lose money on the physical, not from something random. They might have like the money physically stolen from them by someone else, but you'll see whatever they're attached to. If someone's getting arrested spiritually for like murder in the sense of like spiritually harming you, you'll see them go through a lot of physical blockages and obstacles. Like if someone is gets you and is like trying to kill off your protection, someone's gonna start getting hurt. Like their car could break down, they can get a bunch of accidents, they could break a bone, things of that nature. It's oh they screaming at their dog. I was about to say what the hell, but that's what's going on. Spiritual court is the same thing as physical court. In this, if you don't know about the spiritual courts, I would definitely read Job. That's basically what the spiritual courts is like. You're going through trials and you have to go through these tests on the physical to prove your innocence. I wouldn't compare it exactly to Job, but Job can explain if demons made them do it. Does that matter? No. In the grand scheme of things, and this goes back to Job, in the grand scheme of things, these demons and the devil cannot do anything without the Most High's permission. So if God says they can do that, they can. It is up to the human themselves to not fall victim to that ill will. If they fall victim to that ill will, that is on their own accord. They chose to do that. So they will fall for that. It's their fault. That demon gets rewarded by that dark entity or by Shaitan or the devil, whatever name you want to use. They get rewarded by them by staying in that vessel. That's their reward. But if they fail, they have to get removed from that exercise. But it's all a choice on the human will. Like a demon can come to me right now and tell me to punch someone in the face. If I punch someone in the face because that demon told me to, that's on me. If I didn't punch someone in the face because that demon told me, then that demon gets charged. Now, if that demon gets charged with it, nothing happens to the person that they're inhabiting. But depending on if that person called that demon into them or not, adds another layer. So if someone's doing rituals to get an entity to attach to them for strength or protection to do something to someone else on the physical, that person will get in trouble for allowing that demon in by will of power, by saying, I want them to. But if they get that demon tempts that person, then the demon can get away. If the demon was summoned in two, they both get in trouble. If the demon was only tempted, only the person gets in trouble. It gets a little bit confusing up. The higher you get into it, the more confusing it does. But that's so again, a caster can affect the high vibrational frequency if whoever holds that high vibrational frequency chooses to acknowledge and stoop down to that. It's all a matter of willpower. Demons don't come to kill and destroy. Angels come to kill and destroy too. Is it not told in Revelations that the angels are going to come down and cast fire upon the earth? That's an angel. Angels and demons are one and alike. They both have jobs. Some angels are here to kill, some angels are here to transition, some angels are here to heal. Some demons are here to heal. Some demons are here to transition. Some demons are here to kill and destroy. It is all about who they are and what they will. For the wrongdoing, the angels are killing men and going to the angels in are prophesied to strike earth down with fire for the wrongdoing of man. They're still doing something wrong because man knoweth not better. Angels are governed by galactical law. We are governed by man's law, or by God's law, or Allah's law, whatever you want to say, right? Just because the angels are doing something that you would deem good does not mean it's good. The angels are going to kill everyone. Babies, people, dogs, cat, everything. It's going to go out. Do we really think that's a good thing? What the fuck do babies do? I don't know. But they getting it too, just like everyone else. So we wouldn't deem that as being right. We would deem that as a wrongdoing. But they're doing it because of the will of man. Because man willed it to exist, to be such a thing. But that's the confusing part. Like, we would like to think that angels are good. Because you have the cherubim and the seraphim and the Nephilim. The cherubim are your angels made of fire. Those would be your disagreeable angels, like Uriel and such, right? The disagreeables are the warriors. You can think of them that way. You have warriors and protectors. That's a better way of seeing things. And you have warriors, protectors, and negotiators. That's your triad of beings that exist. Okay? Within demons, within angels, man, and demon, there are all three of those a part of all three. There are angels that are warriors. There are angels that are peacemakers. There are angels that are negotiators. There are men that are killers. There are men that are lovers and men that are negotiators. There are demons that are killers. There are demons that are lovers. There are demons that are negotiators. So that's what we're looking at, and it comes down to the grand scheme of things. There are demons that literally will help you find thieves, and they'll persecute only the thief. There are demons that will kill the exorcist, which is what a demonic practitioner is called, if they don't hold respect or high honor for who they're calling in. And then there's demons that will just do whatever the fuck they want. And then there are demons that you will have to negotiate back and forth and sacrifice something of yours to work with them. It's a whole thing. But that's what's going on in the grand scheme. Nothing is always going to be one thing. It is going to be an amalgamation. But what is their role? What spirit are they willing? Are they willing a warrior spirit, a peacemaker spirit, or a negotiator spirit? Let Dave ask. Okay, Dave, are you still in here? What's your question? What's your question that you have for the donation? Because you got Julia donated again for you. Thank you, Julia, for doing that. That's very sweet and kind of you, for real. Hopefully, you're still in here. And if you're not in here, I'm gonna remember your name. I'm gonna remember that you're orange. And when you pop back up, I'm gonna ask you what your question is, and if you remember it or not. Oh Lord. We got a lot of white moss around here. And exactly, Emily, dude, you would be surprised. You would be surprised about how many angels actually just want to like wipe out humanity right now. Like if they were given the choice, all y'all be dead. all of us would be dead for real. Like, fuck, we ain't saving no one. Kill them all. That's what some of these angels really. I'm not even joking. Y'all don't understand. There are some demons that are fighting for humans just to live, to learn, because some of these angels are like, nah, fuck them. Because they lawful as hell. They said, didn't you say here that if man kept doing this, you were gonna kill him? Why aren't they dead yet? And they fighting for that. They kill these motherfuckers. They down here acting a damn fool. You got aliens and galactical beings like, man, should we kill these fuckers or should we let them live for a minute? It's like, you really, when you start to look into this shit, you start to find out like, damn, we all kind of got a job here. And right now it's not working because too many people, forget the healing aspect. It's just too many people want it their way. Too many people want to see it from their perspective. You got all these religions with all the different gods, but only one devil that got multiple names. But you got all these different types of gods. We're all fighting the same damn devil. They just named differently in different religions. Same thing with Jesus. The same Jesus or Christ Jesus or Christos or whatever. It's just different names. Still fighting the same adversary, which is the devil. But people don't realize that yet. People aren't ready to get that yet. Like, oh, I'm fighting the real devil. Shut the fuck up. We're all fighting the real devil. That's the whole damn point. We're all trying to trap the devil in different ways, in different languages, in different expressions of the same truth so that he can't fucking move and we can move out without him following us. But yet again, people aren't ready for that. They don't want to hear that, or if they do hear it, they walk away with this big fucking attitude of like, well, no, my way is the right way. If your way is so fucking right, then prove it by trapping the devil right the fuck now and changing everyone's mind in an instant. Y'all read David and Goliath. All it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to trap the devil, or one group to trap the devil. Just one to trap the devil. Ain't no one done it yet. We still got all the confusion in the world. We still got all this bullshit happening in the world. The devil ain't trapped yet. He's still out there roaming around doing his thing. So, shut the fuck up about my way's the right way. If it is, then prove it. Trap the devil right now. Oh, I am. I'm doing these rituals to trap him. You don't trap the devil in rituals. You trap the devil in truth by being a better person. That's how. By ignoring the fact that you can go outside and beat the fuck out of someone because they do some dumb shit to you. By ignoring the fact that someone was mean to you. You letting go of that grudge. That's how you beat the devil. By stop feeding the devil. Stop feeding his shit. You know what I mean? When you be a better person, when you live as an actual better person, you know deep down, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that. That's how you beat the devil. But we ain't ready for that. I say we as a totality collective, as the human race. That's what I mean as we. I don't mean we as us in this chat. I don't mean we as the angelic collective or the collective of upwriters. Not talking about that. I'm talking about as the human race collectively, we are not ready to do that. Because so many people have comfort in the devil. They have comfort in sin. They have comfort in adultery and murder and grudge holding and all this bullshit. They have comfort in it. So they're not ready to leave. They're not ready to. So then you ask yourself, why don't we just eliminate them? Because you got to kill everyone. Just because you eliminate them does not mean the devil's not going to grow a brain smart enough to overcome you. Everyone has a weakness. But it's up about you making your weakness a defense against that devil. And that's why the 144,000 got to leave the earth to learn for 1,000 years, which will be one day, and then come back to earth to teach them that new knowledge so that they will be prepared to defeat the devil. But obviously, not all the 144,000 going to make it. because not all the 144,000 are ready to drop all of their transgressions and move forward yet. That's the whole thing. That's what they're talking about in Revelation. Are they fucking ready, or do we gotta bomb the place? Because it's a DNA thing. It's not even ego, it's DNA. It's an innate reaction. If your innate reaction to someone telling you that you're wrong is to get mad and scream and rah, 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 like actually get mad and start shaking and shit, that's a DNA thing. If your innate reaction is to fight and cause violence, that's a DNA thing. That's just how you were bred and raised and groomed and grafted. So it is like we gotta wipe them out. We gotta wipe them out and remake those genes. We gotta remake the human brain so it can withstand this shit. Thank you. What the hell is that? Thank you for that. Dude, that lasted on my screen for such a long time. But thank you for the 1,000 joules, truly. But that's what's going on. It's a DNA thing. Because there are people on this earth that they know right from wrong, and they still choose wrong because something deep inside of them just triggers. It's a literal DNA innate habilitation thing. It's fucking bizarre how deep it gets. Like the ego is one aspect of seeing yourself, but when it comes down to how you act, that's not based on how you see yourself. That's based off of how you are made, what makes you up. That's the chain breaking aspect of it. The chain breaking is not your ego. The chain breaking is changing up your habitual habits. What do you do in your comfort state? What do you do when someone comes up to you and does something? What do you do when someone asks you a question? What do you do when someone looks at you one way? That's the shit that you breaking for real. But people aren't at that level yet. People still working on their ego. People still working on their heart chakra, their crown chakra, their seven root, their seven internal system. They still working on that. That's perfectly fine. It takes a minute. You're not gonna get it like that. It takes a while. But there's not enough people working at that to be pushed forward. To be pushed forward to a higher level to where that DNA can be changed. Because right now we still focused on healing that past trauma. We're not ready to look at everything else yet. As a collective whole, as a human race, as a race of beings. There's no such thing as an old or young soul. Souls are eternal. Souls cannot age. They are eternal. It is the flesh that ages. Old soul is a weird saying that was made up in by it's a modern day term. I should say it that way, but they don't exist that way. It's about your maturity. It's your soul's maturity because maturity comes with experience. It's not really an age. It's not young or old. You're either a matured soul or an immatured soul, meaning you have experience or you lack experience, which we both, we have both. But if you are experienced in being inexperienced, that's what allows your soul to mature. But when you're inexperienced at being inexperienced, that's when your soul does not mature. Does that mean that it's not at its peak? I don't know. For some it may, for some it may not. That's the part that we can't judge. That's the part where it goes to God. We can only go so far as humans. And I can explain this shit to the point to where it hits a higher point to where we can't judge it. That's about it. Once it gets to that point, you gotta die. Not like now listen, I don't mean to say it like that, but it's kind of funny. But literally, you need to wait till judgment day. You gotta wait till judgment day to find out. Was your soul mature enough to move on? I don't know. You won't know till your soul leave your body. Shit, if you have a soul, shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this shit. There's so many levels to it. We all stuck in the past. We stuck doing blood rituals still for some reason. Everyone wants to do these blood rituals still. Why y'all still stuck on blood? Y'all, we never left the Victorian era. I swear to God, we haven't. Everyone talking about the blood of Jesus. Man, that's a vampiristic ritual. Talking about putting blood on someone. That's a ritual, bro. Get out of here. That shit crazy as fuck. That's vampirism. Get away from me. That bothers me. I know y'all mean good by it. I know y'all mean good by it. But it's literally, it irks me because you're saying that you're taking the blood from a hanging man and rubbing it on your fucking hands and feet and your face and then saying that this is my transgression. That's fucked up. It's like, would you go and kill your dog? Oh, I need to go cleanse myself of my sins, so I need to get the blood of my dog and rub it on my body. That's weird. I'm sorry, but it's I can't unsee it. And then y'all drink the blood and eat his flesh. It's like, what are y'all doing? That's cannibalism. Y'all did that shit in the cave systems. Y'all did that shit. What was that fucking the Oregon Trail? Y'all did that shit on the Oregon Trail. Y'all did that shit to the Egyptians. That's a ritual. But we don't want to talk about that because that's weird. But you mean good by it. You just don't know better. Which is another thing. Y'all aren't ready to break the spell of dogma. Y'all like dogma. Y'all like living the devil's truth. Y'all like living the devil. Y'all like living like the devil. That's okay. But at least know it. At least transgress yourself enough to know it. And then know that you mean good. You're not trying to be mean by it. You're not trying to cause harm by it. You mean good. Just know that and then move on. That's all I can say. My phone about to die. It's on 20%. But that's all I can say for real. That's literally all I can say. Y'all mean good. Y'all are not being malicious. But look at what you're doing, please. Goodness gracious. It's kind of scary sometimes. And I mean that for everything. Like every one of your actions. Every action that you do on earth, you mean good by it. It's not going to be perfect. Someone always going to take offense to something that you do. Give yourself that grace. It's fine. It's whatever. Move on. You know what you are doing. If it's from the depths of your heart and it's for pure, true intention, you cannot be judged wrongfully unless you yourself do it first. But if you're out here being a bitch to people, that's your fault. Then you end that. No, thank you. I was talking to my guides about that today. About I was taking a spiritual about that actually. I remember when I had the Ankh earring. I remember when I was homeless. Some dude said, "I worship the real God, not the fake one, like on your ear." And I was thinking to myself, this isn't a God. This is a symbol of life. But also, if you look at a man hanging on a cross, wouldn't that be an Ankh because of the cross and then your head being the head of the Ankh? Wouldn't that be that? And then I went a little bit further. Isn't it just a sword, upside down sword stabbed in the whose sword is that? The sword that's in the rock that you got to pull up. Whose sword was that? That's what that's referring to. What the fuck is that sword? In the stone. But yeah, it's a womb. It's the woman giving birth, is what the Ankh is. It's actually the uterus as well. It's a lot of things. What is that sword called? The sword's in the stone. You got they couldn't lift it up. Thank you, Dave. Excalibur sword. That's what that's talking about. At least to my knowledge. It also is a symbol of the Knights Templar whenever they did the that raid in Lower Egypt. That then created the Knights of Columbus because the Knights of Templar was an off branch of Knights of Columbus. Dude, I can't remember the names of these fucking things right now. and it bothers me. That's my only issue. I don't remember the name of certain stuff, but I know what I'm talking about. And it pisses me off because y'all know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, because y'all responded with the shit that I'm trying to say myself. And I can't. It's bad. It's a memory thing. It really is a memory thing. I move too fast. That's my issue. I just gotta slow down. And when I slow down way too much. But yeah, y'all know what I'm getting at. Knights of Columbus is also the same thing. If you played Resident Evil, stay up. I want you to bounce on my cards. Thank you. But if you ever played Resident Evil, Umbrella Corporation, that's the same symbol as the Knights of Templar and the Knights of Columbus. It's the same symbol. The exact operation that was happening in Raccoon City for Umbrella Corporation was the same shit that the Knights of Templar was trying to do. That's why they were eating the Egyptian dead bodies. They knew that the Egyptians, because of what they read in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, where Thoth was literally having a reincarnation system underneath the pyramids, um, where a bunch of the gods and pharaohs would literally be reincarnated from underneath like all the obelisks and stuff. They were eating the bodies of those dead pharaohs so that they could harvest those powers and then create the living dead. They stole the Ark of the Covenant because it was a complete generator, and they were going to use the power of that combined with the flesh of the pharaohs to create zombies. That's basically what they're trying to do by creating viruses and shit. That's like the whole thing. Like that all that shit ties in together. The Ankh isn't a staff, but the Ankh is a tool used in the ritual of the opening of the mouth that Anubis carried and also Maat carried when opening up the jaw of the deceased to bring new life into their body. That's what the Ankh is. Because if you look on in any of like the stone walls, the tablets that talk about reincarnation, they always have the Ankh in their hand, and many of the carvings dictated Ankhs being placed in the mouth, not only representative of water, but representative of putting new life into the body. It was held by the handle of the actual head of the ankh, and the base of it was used to lower the jaw. That's why that was like that. Some people don't know that. I will tell you firsthand account. That's what goes on. The ankh is a lot of things. The ankh is not just a symbol of life; it is life itself. It is what opens the door to life, which has to happen through the mouth. You speak things into existence. You create from that throat area, that truth center that lays within that throat. The plasma man that you see, on the cave drawings of the Sumerians and also the Dogon tribes lives literally right here, like right below the Adam's apple where the male is, but right here is the little plasma man. And that is the vibration that you feel when you speak. That is that man dancing inside of your throat to create the energy of life to speak through you. That's what goes on. That's all that's going on with that. I'm telling you, like firsthand account, I've seen this shit. It's like bizarre. But that is y'all's Egyptian lecture of the day. I was gonna say thank you, Anubis, because all those dogs be barking, but honestly, I might have to really say thank you, Anubis, for coming through and helping me channel that. Well, thank you, Anku, or Inwup, or whichever name you want to be called. But that's what's going on with that. I don't think many people talk about that secret. At least not enough. But you can go back and look. How does that relate to mana? Mana is your willpower. Think of mana as being your willpower. And your will exists in between of the realm of, I don't remember the Arabic tones for what I'm about to say. So excuse me if you know those tones. I'm going to do my best to explain it in English. Your willpower or your will exists before God, but after the realm of the angels and the demons. Your willpower is sent from there. It comes from God to the will, and it splits into two, and that two conjoin into one, making three. And off that one, it splits into two, where you make your decision again. But your willpower lays in between the realm of where God sits and where the divine begins. But willpower is your magic. You will things into existence. You will, huge as comma, things into existence. And things were meetings made, well, secretive meetings made by a group of men. And that group of men that exists act as a mind. You can look it up. Look up the origin of thing. Look up the origin of thing. You will find out that it literally means a gathering of men. A gathering of men lay in the mind, for man is the mind. Men are multiple minds. To have multiple minds is to have multiple thoughts. That's what we're talking about by things. That's what that whole sentence breaks down to. You will, as in create. You create thoughts. You will things into reality. You create thoughts into reality. That's what that's talking about. These words are ancient spells. You need to look up the origin and etymology of these things to truly understand the power of the Magi, what these things are saying, what these sayings are really trying to get to you. They've been dumbed down and latenized because we as a race of being have been dumbed down because due to a lack of actual connectivity. We've been so stressed out about life, what we should eat, what we should drink, all this bullshit that doesn't matter at the end of the day when it comes down to our divine knowing and our ability to create and destroy. But yes, Emily, they would literally eat our flesh and they would eat drink our blood. And because whatever you eat, you become. You're not saying like you are what you eat. That's not just a saying, that's real. If you are eating, hold on, I'll give you a good example. Cardinals have their red feathers because they eat nothing but those berries. That berry pigment literally dyes their feather when they digest the berries. When people eat too many carrots, they can get orange skin pigments. You literally become what you eat. So they would literally go on a diet of taking blood baths and drinking blood and eating the flesh of these beings so that they themselves could inhabit their power or their body or be their things. Flamingos too. But that's what's going on. They literally, that is a thing that exists. That's why your body becomes more bloated, more exasperated when you eat dead food like meat and shit. That's why you become bloated off of meat. It's not just the bacteria and stuff, but you're literally killing your DNA by putting dead things in it, by putting blood in it, the blood of these animals and stuff. That's what's going on. Don't mean to gross anyone out. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But at least detox your system so that you can repair your DNA. Getting out in the sun and sweating a bunch repairs your DNA. It exhausts those cells, it dehydrates those cells of whatever was hogging them. So then you have to rehydrate your system. Salt, water, electrolytes. All right? It's the same thing about changing your environment. You change your environment, your mind shifts, all these things. It's super simple things like that that we overlook because they're in our face so heavily that it causes a sensory overload. Oh, we will death. Yes, we do will death. Death is change. Death is not being sent to oblivion. Death is change. If you do not want to do something, is it not that it is dead? Unless we choose to go back and resurrect it ourselves, it might not be a definite because we see it as definite on the physical due to limitations, but it exists within us at every state. We will death by our choices every day. We will illnesses into our mind by pessimism and procrastination and allowing others to infect us. We will that into ourselves. We will those things unto our children by embodying those things and not fixing those things before giving birth to those children. It is all an individual's fault for how they operate in their own life. And no, in their own living matter, I should say. For that living matter is always fleeting and we are always dying every day. Our skin dies every day. We are not our skin, but to the degree of how we are able to exist in this realm, the body or the ship that we exist on is constantly running out of fuel and dying. And we will that at a quicker and or slower rate based off of how we live or based off of our actions in living moment. So we do will death. We will everything. It is a point of life that we have to accept. For once we accept that we will everything into life, then we are able to really resurrect. Then we are able to overcome death by seeing that it is not a thing to be existing. Death dies. Did you know that? Death can die too. Everything dies. Everything must return to its creator. So when death is done changing, when you are done denying death, in a sense, to make death change its own being, then death dies and you become connected with source again. That might be a little bit confusing for some people to get, but even death dies. That's just something we all have to grasp and see. It might not come as easy to some as others, but I'm telling you from personal experience, everything goes back to its creator because nothing would exist without the creator itself creating those things. And whenever the creator is done, no, excuse me, whenever the creator's date that is due for those events to end ends, then it begins anew again. But until that day, it's on a repeat cycle. That's what's going on with it. Because death comes in many forms. But what's not actualized is that it's the same effect, just different forms. When you die, your first effect of death that is noticeable is rigor mortis. I mean, other than the fact that you're fucking dead, right, is rigor mortis. You no longer have the ability to have flexibility. You are now tense uh, and unable to move. That's your first appearance of death. Once that stage of rigor mortis dies, your muscles begin to disintegrate. That's another aspect of death. Once your muscles are done disintegrating, it then goes out to your flesh. Once your flesh is done disintegrating, you see what I mean? It is a complete cycle. Death will always die and bring upon new life, which is just another aspect of change or death itself. Actually, no, you're right. It was release of fluids. You're right. My bad, Bunny. You're right. You're right. It's dehydration is the first change that you notice within death. You're right on that. Sorry, Bunny. I completely overlooked that. You're right. Because without the dehydration of those cells, rigor mortis would not be able to take place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, the Palo Santo is keeping them away just fine. I'm not gonna lie, Bunny. The Palo Santo is keeping them the fuck away. I haven't got bit by a single one yet. Palo Santo coming in strong for real. But I like this talk. I haven't been able to talk about this shit because literally you can't just talk about. I can't just turn on the camera and start talking about this stuff. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of phases that happen before rigor mortis. Okay, my apologies, but again, I'm not here to have all the answers. It's just to get everyone to see what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, you can defeat death for sure, but it's all about bringing life back. Rigor mortis is just the dehydration of your cells that affect your muscles. If you can find a way to retrain those muscles, rehydrate those muscles, uh, pressure. Are you saying what I think you're saying with that? Are you saying Nune or no one? If you're saying Nune, kudos to you for knowing who that is. But if you're saying no one, I get it. I really hope you were saying Nune though, because that would have been really. That's a cool thing. I noticed that at least. I wonder how many other people noticed that. I did, and I will not forget it. That's a really cool thing. Even if you didn't mean to do that and you don't know what I'm talking about, just know that you're talking about mother when you say Nune. And who is your father? HU or HWU, depending on which text you're reading. Okay, never mind, you know, never mind, I'm glad we're on the same page. See, this is why I like talking to y'all for real, because y'all know this shit. You can't get this same type of talking with other people. That's why I love doing what I do. I'm not, as I always say, I'm not like these other fucking readers. I know what I'm talking about. I know this shit. I might not have the right words all the time, but I'm not just here to give you a message and send you off. I told you I was sent here by God to do this shit. By God, I'm doing it. By God, comma, I'm doing it. Yeah, the smell you smell is literally death. Death has a very distinct smell. You can smell death, you can sense death, you can taste death. Dude, don't even get me started on the taste of death. That shit's awful. But that's why I'm here. That's literally why I'm here. Is I'm that change. Because, dude, this stuff can save people's life. This stuff will, not even can, it will save people's life if they accept it. And I know how rough it is to accept it, but how else is God going to give these types of messages to people that need this information if they're not going to go out and seek it? The tarot reading community needed someone with this knowledge. So they sent me down here to teach y'all some shit and to talk to the ones that knew. That's it. Ain't nothing more, ain't nothing less. And I enjoy every fucking second of it. No, they seriously will. Pressure. I have literally said, I made a post on my channel before. If you have questions that you need done on readings, just don't comment them. Pray about it. And when you pray about it, I will literally get that answer. It might not come out in the reading the next day, but it will come out in a reading eventually. Like I that's how I work. You don't have to pay me for my services. You can just pray about it, and I will get it, and I will do it. That's what my job is for. I'm a messenger. I give messages. So I'm serious. It's better just to talk to God about it than to comment it down in the section because I can't just sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to sit down and force myself to do a reading on this. No, if it comes to me, it comes to me. I'm glad that's how you found me. That's how a lot of people have said they found me. They go, oh, I prayed to God and asked them to send me someone, and I appeared. That's why I'm here. I don't do no clickbait title. So half of my fucking videos that I posted don't even show my face in them, except for the recent ones. And then I have videos where I don't even show anything. It's just a black camera. Like, I'm not here to show my face. I'm not here to be funny all the time. I'm here to try and connect with y'all as many ways as possible so that these moments right fucking here can happen. That's all. Because y'all need someone like me to connect to. I need someone like myself to connect to. So I connected to myself, and now I found myself. Now I'm here. And now I can do these things. There are people on platforms that speak freely like this. The issue is, though, it's censored heavily. You go to Instagram, you can go to phase one. Even though he's a rapper, and what he'll do mainly is talk about his songs and he'll rap and he'll talk about like rap history and the music industry, he has moments like this too. They're rare. They don't happen all the time because they can't happen all the time. There's reasons why they cannot happen all the time. But when they happen, they make such a big impact. That's all we're here to do. We leave these seeds. You all go ingest those seeds. That tree grows inside of you. That tree of life grows inside of you. It hits your cranium. You start doing research. That seed I plant inside you with this video right here talking about all this shit, you're going to start finding stuff. Watch it on the physical. I swear to God. You're going to start finding some information. You're going to be scrolling on Facebook, see a post about the Anunnaki talking about who and Nune and all sorts of shit. You're going to find all sorts of information on death in there. You're going to find all sorts of signs and synchronicities that are showing you, oh shit, I'm going down this path now. I'm not here to hold your hand down it. But if that seed gets put inside you, even if you deny that seed, you're going to start seeing proof of that on the physical. Because that's what I do. That's what we do as messengers. We plant that seed, and that seed goes out and grows. That's all, it's just how it is. I don't even know what percent my phone's on. Well, it's obviously been on 10% because I haven't got that notification yet. I am all about it. I live for more than one thing. I'm not a robot. I'm not programmed to do one thing. I'm programmed, if anything, to reach the masses in any way possible to spread these messages. Even in my tarot readings, though I'm not speaking about these things in particular, it is my energy itself. Excuse me. It is the energy that my creator puts in me that others are attracted to that then when they connect to that energy through my vessel, they then are able to find that stuff. I'm not going to take any credit for it. It is my life, but it's not what I am doing. It's what's moving through me, and is what I am doing with what's moving through me. So it's not that I'm not all about it. It's that I'm doing all I can. I can't reach inside my brain and then shove it into yours. If I could, I would, but I can't. All I can do is give you all these tiny keys, these seeds, and open the door enough for you to see inside just to get where you need to get what you need, not to get what I think you need. You know what I mean? But just to get what you need for that path. Because what I would think that you would need might not be what you need because I'm thinking it, not you. But you will take from it what you will. That's all I can do. But I'm here to help. I do what I can. I do all I can, really. And sometimes it might not be a lot. Sometimes people think I could be doing more. If I can be doing more, help me do more. How about that? Because I don't know what more I could be doing. You can tell me, but it might not resonate with me, and I might not. I don't have to. But if you think I can do more, help me do more. That's all I ask. How will you help me do more? I don't know. You're the one who says I could do more, so you have to figure that aspect out on your own. That's all I can say, and that's all I can do. That's all I can say. That's all I can do. But my phone is on 10%. I'm gonna stay on this live for about a few more minutes and then hep off. I said hep. Imhotep. Imhotep. Of course I'm enough. That's why I'm not doing any more than I should. I'm not panicked about it. I'm not stressing. I'll sit here and be like, I don't know the name of what I'm trying to say, but y'all do, because I know y'all do, because I know that I'm not the only one up in here talking about this shit. I know I got keys that other people got the same keys with too. We're all up here trying to round up those same people. That's all. Now, am I gonna sit back and say that I don't think I'm doing enough sometimes? Oh, there's times where I really do think I could be doing more. But do I have the capacity? No. Is it my job to do that? No. So I can't do it. No matter how hard I would try to push open that door, it won't open. So, I deal with that human struggle, but I'm learning and I've learned how to keep that back so I can see the benefit of what I'm doing now. That's all. And that's all anyone can do. Exactly. There are two deaths. You die twice. The first death is your literal death. You not everyone dies twice either. That's another thing. Your first death is your literal death. Like, oh, you died, oh goodness, right? Your second death happens after judgment. Your second death happens after judgment. And it's not fun. You either go to the afterlife to live with your Father who art in heaven for eternity, and you get to choose how you live. You get to choose what you look like. You get to choose how old you stay. You get to choose everything, how you view the world, what colors you see, what colors you don't see. You choose everything. And it's your world with God in perfect harmony and unity. That's your second life. Your second death, you don't know where you go. You just die. Again, you're sent to oblivion. Where is that going to send you at when you leave that end of that tunnel? Where are you going to go? No one has seen the end of a black hole. They've simulated it, but no one's seen the end of that black hole. Just as in death, you could have in life, you could have near death experiences that simulate your first death. You will never experience your first death. You will only have it simulated. Your first death is just a big dream. It is a sleeping moment. Your brain releases DMT that softens your mind, your body, and causes you to go into a sleep like state. Whether that sleep like state is a nightmare or a sweet dream is up to how you have lived and your beliefs up to that moment of death, or your knowing up to that moment of death. That first death is your falsified death. It is what you believe it is. Your true secondary death is what death is. Something that cannot be simulated, for it is certain. That's the fucking thing about it. It is bizarre. But it was the goodness. Yeah, past life recall we used to call it, let me tell you. But that's what's going on in things. And with that, I'm gonna make my peace. I'm gonna head out before my phone cuts me off. Um, but yeah, I'm very, very, very grateful to have had this talk with y'all. I've wanted to talk about this shit forever, but again, it's not something that I have control over. I can't just be like, I'm going to talk about this today. No, when it's time, it's time, and it was time for y'all to hear this. It was time for us to talk about this. It was finally time for you to get whatever you got out of this and move forward. That's all. But I love you all so much. Thank you all for everything, the donations, the questions. Um, yeah, we were on a good topic, but we just ended. This stream, obviously, the stream's not going anywhere. You can rewatch it, you take some notes if you need to, whatever. Um, but I love you all truly. Thank you for this. Thank you for being you. Peace in the Lamb. It is truly wonderful.